Ngila ku-question 8.13. Question 8.13, i-assets lithenge during the year. Ngokuqala lokho kubalulekile. Njengoba i-assets lithengwe during the year, it means if usubala i-depreciation, you have to convert your useful life ibe kuma-months. Ngokuqala lokho. Enye into futhi esithola kule activity ukuthi i-asset is measured under a revaluation model net method, liphinde libe nama-recoverable amounts. Shuthi kahle kahle we're given ama-recoverable amounts, we're also given i-fair value. So ekuqaleni ngithena into ozoqala ngayo, if i-recoverable amount uyinikeze ngonyaka owodwa ne-fair value, uzoqala ngokubhala i-impairment loss, ugcine ngoku-check-a ukuthi i-asset lenze surplus noma i-expense ngenkathi beli-revalue-a. So kule activity, Deliver to Our Values Limited uses a revaluation model and has a policy of revaluing their assets to fair values on a 2-year yearly cycle using a net replacement value method. Ngamanye amazwi, i-assets ba-revaluate every 2 years. Makuphela u-2 years liya-revaluate, makuphela u-2 years liya-revaluate. So we purchased u-plant mhlaka 1 May 2025 at a cost of 450,000. Assets lithenge ngoMay ngonyaka 2025. Unyaka wethu uphela ngomhlaka 31 December 2006. Shuthi i-financial period iqala ngomhlaka 1 January iphele ngomhlaka 31 December. Since thina we purchased the assets ngomhlaka 1 May 2025, shuthi assets lithengwe during the year. How many months i-assets elihlalile during the first year?
8 months.
So ngoba i-assets lathengwa ngoMay ngonyaka wokuqala, lahlala 8 months. So I'm saying since assets lithenge during the year, we have to convert i-useful life ibe kuma-months, izoba iy'nyanga ey'ngaki-ke. $60 months, angithi guys, u-5 years times 12 months. So useful life
Yes.
maximum months izoba u-60 months. Ukwenzelani lokhu? Sikwenza ngoba i-assets lithengwe during the year. We're avoiding ukuthi sigcine calculate ama-depreciation a-wrong ukuthi sisebenzise i-useful life enguma-years. So to make it simple, kumele ibe kuma-months. Okay, so once usu-calculate i-useful life, sekumele u-calculate, nabantu bangiphazamisa yazi. Once usu-calculate i-useful life yaba kuma-months, sekumele u-allocate i-remaining useful life so that uzokwazi ukubhala kahle, correct? So we purchased assets ngomhlaka 1 March. Ngomhlaka 1 May 20x5, shuthi unyaka wethu uzoqala ngo-1 May 20x5 uphele uzophela nini? Ngo-31 December 20x1. I-assets lethu lihlale 8 months, i-remaining useful life izoba ngo-20x1. Bese sibala i-depreciation yango-20x1, so divide nge-useful life engakanani? I-assets ngo-20x1 line-remaining useful life iy'nyanga ey'ngaki guys?
Ezo-55.
No. If ubala i-depreciation ngonyaka wokuqala uyibala kanjani? Ake uthathe sengathi i-useful life you-5 years kuzoyibala kanjani? Like,
56.
kube kuthiwa i-useful life asiyi-convert-anga yaba kuma-months, kuzoyibala kanjani i-depreciation ngonyaka wokuqala?
Cost divided by 5 years.
Angithi. So nala you do the same thing. Ukuthi manje sekuma-months. So i-remaining useful life ngonyaka wokuqala isagcwele u-60 months njengoba ibizogcwala ibe u-5 years nangale, siyabona sonke. Mase sibala i-depreciation ngonyaka wokuqala sizobe sisebenzisa i-full useful life, siyavumelana. Njengoba besizokwenza la. Besothi 450 minus 0 divide by 5, angithi.
Yes.
Then imuphi unyaka olandelayo? 1 January 2006. 2006, yes. Ngaphela ngifaka u-201 la.
But asiyendi leyo into if ukuthi assets is selling at the beginning of the period.
Yiphi into?
Like ukuthi si-divide with the full useful life kunoba i-must calculated depreciation noba i-assets isuke ihlale wonke lowo nyaka lowo.
Okay, lana if ukuthi assets sewuthenge during the year, if usubala i-depreciation uzothi 450,000 okuyi-cost price yethu minus u-0 oyi-residual value divide by 60 months bese uthola i-depreciation yonyaka wonke. I mean uzothola i-depreciation per month uma uthi 450 minus 0 divide by 60. Then to get your 8 months uzobe usuyi-times ngo-12. I mean ngo-8 months.
Oh.
Yeah, understand?
Yeah.
Yes. If ubala i-depreciation yango-20x, yaze nga-lost. If ubala i-depreciation yango-20x5, I mean ngiyaxolisa, uzothi 450,000 being our cost price minus 0 divide by 60 months being the total useful life. I-depreciation ozoyithola lapho eyenyanga. Then leyo depreciation uzobe usu-times ney'nyanga eziwu-8 i-asset eyihlalile ngo-20x5. Then uthole i-depreciation ya-8 months. I hope kuya-understandeka. Then unyaka wethu olandelayo uzoqala ngoJanuary 20x6 uphele ngo-31 December 20x6. I-remaining useful life yethu kuzoba uba ngo-20x6. How many
years.
in terms of months?
Ngizishintshile.
48
months.
ubale kanjani?
I said 4 times 12.
Okay guys, i-useful life yethu ayisekho kuma-years, kuma-months. I-useful life ye-asset iy'nyanga eziwu-60. So ngonyaka ka-20x6 i-remaining useful life izoba kuma-months kuzokuba ukuthi iyofika ekugcineni. Zingaki iy'nyanga eseyidlulile i-asset iphila? 8 months angithi. I-assets ngo-20x5 ihlale 8 months angisavumelana.
Yes.
Shuthi i-remaining useful life ngo-20x6 iy'nyanga eziwu-60 minus eziwu-8 ey'dlulile. Kusho ukuthi u-52 months. Iyezwakala. The reason why sithe u-60 la ekuqaleni ngoba masiqala ukubala i-depreciation, unyaka wokuqala usuke included kwi-remaining useful life. Bekuthiwa i-useful life bu-5 years, depreciation yokuqala besuthi 450 minus 0 divide by 5. So nala i-useful life isekuma-months nakhona futhi 450 minus 0 divide by 60. Umehluko ukuthi i-depreciation esizoyithola yenyanga eyodwa. then we must multiply it by 8 months assets awuhlalile ngo-20x5 ukuze uzothola i-depreciation yango-20x5. Then ngo-20x6 zingaki iy'nyanga esey'dlulile i-assets iphila noma seva since sakuthenga iy'nyanga eziwu-8, then 60 minus 8 to 52 months. How many months are remaining for 20x7? U-52 minus 12 months lower last year. Imanini? 48 angithi? It's 40 or 48? It's 40. 40 months. Then kube unyaka olandelayo. 2 asenza ama-journal entries size sigcine 20x8. So ngonyaka 20x8 mingaki iy'nyanga ey'sele?
$28.
28 years. I mean 28
Months.
months, sorry. Okay, so masibuyela like kwi-information, sinikezwe information up until 20x8. Information esinikeziwe iphela ngo-20x8. Ngo-20x9 unikezwe i-profit before tax, of which awukakakufundi lokho. You have to ignore it and focus kulokho osukwazi. So i-information yokugcina ingo-20x8 and ama-journal entries esizowenza azophela ngo-20x8. Why si-calculate ama-remaining useful life? Senzela ukuthi masisibala i-depreciation yango-20x5 singaqali phansi si-calculate sesinawo ama-remaining useful life. So u-requirement A, u-required wethu lana ukuthi journalize the above transactions from dates of original purchase. Okusho ukuthi uzoveza ama-journal entries kusukela ngalo nyaka esaqala ngawo ukuthenga i-assets, which is u-20x5. Ngo-20x5 sithengile i-assets, sithenge i-assets kuphela. Ayikho information enjenge-recovery amount noma i-fair value esinikeze ngo-20x5. Sitshele nje ukuthi sithenge i-assets kuphela. Yini-ke esizoyi-recorda under ama-journal entries ango-20x5. 1 May 20x5. You debit i-plant eyi-assets ngo-450,000 in credits ubank noma account payables. Ngobani? Ngo-450,000. Then i-narration yakho izothini? Izothi acquisition of an asset noma ithi purchase of plant. So that's the first journal entry okumele uyi-prepare. Then ayikho enye into eyenzeke ngo-20x5 ethinta i-recoverable amount noma i-fair value. Sho ukuthi into esizoyenza ukuthi sivele sivale ngani? Nge-depreciation. Sesiyazi thina ukuthi ngo-20x5 masibala i-depreciation sosebenzisa i-remaining useful life kaba ya-60 months. Debits i-depreciation and credits i-accumulated depreciation. So ibala kanjani? 450,000 minus 0 we-residual value divide by i-total useful life ya-60 months. Then ngoba i-assets lihlala u-8 months, alihlala ngonyaka wonke, izo-multiplya ngo-8 months. I-depreciation ozoyithola mawuthi 450 minus 0 divide by 60, i-depreciation yenyaka. So we have to multiply by 8 months ukuze sothola i-depreciation yenyanga eziwu-8. Imalini?
60,000.
60,000. Then accumulated depreciation nayo izobe 60,000. Your narration, it's depreciation for the year. Siyabona sonke ama-journal entries ango-20x5.
Yes.
Then ngo-20x6 khona i-information esinikeze ngo-20x6. So uyahamba uya kwi-information yakho uyobheka ukuthi ikhona yini. Yes, we're given i-recoverable amount yabani ya-220, saphinde sanikezwa i-fair value ya-190,000. Ngaphambi kokuthi ubheke ukuthi i-impairment loss noma i-impairment loss reversal noma i-surplus noma i-expense, yini engake ngayisho ebalulekile ngama-recoverable amounts ne-fair value at the end. Ngaphambi kokuthi ubale i-impairment loss noma i-impairment loss reversal noma i-revaluation surplus noma i-revaluation expense, yini ebalulekile oyi-check-ayo? Ngathini guys if i-fair value is at the beginning noma i-recoverable amount at the beginning ne-fair value at the end ne-recoverable amount at the end?
You start by doing a depreciation, then massive.
Uma kuwukuthi i-recoverable amount isekugcineni konyaka noma i-fair value isekupheleni konyaka, uzoqala ngo-calculate i-depreciation before u-check ukuthi wenze i-loss, impairment loss noma wenze i-revaluation surplus or i-revaluation expense. So ngo-20x6 sinikeze i-recoverable amount at the end, sanikeza i-fair value at the end. So sizoqala ngokubala i-depreciation. Uzoyibala kanjani i-depreciation ngonyaka ka-20x6? Uzoyibala kanjani? Sekuqala i-depreciation. Can you? You're gonna use the carrying amount, guys.
Yes.
I-carrying amount yethu esisele nayo njengamanje malini? Uzoyithola ngokuthi 450 minus 60,000 malini?
390,000.
390,000. Then i-carrying amount yakho minus i-residual value engekho vele divide by i-remaining useful life. Remember i-remaining useful life yethu ngo-20x6 nansi phezulu u-52. Then ngoba i-depreciation esizoyithola eyapha month, i-asset lihlale how many months ngo-20x6? 12 months angithi.
Yes.
Malini-ke i-depreciation yonyaka?
90,000.
Sicela uma ukuthi uyasala guys, ungasabi ukusho. So if unikezwe i-recoverable amount at the end noma i-fair value at the end, you'll always start with the depreciation ekuqala. So our depreciation in 20x6 is 90,000. Remember earlier ukuthi ngithena if unikezwe i-recoverable amount wanikezwa i-fair value ngonyaka owodwa, udila ne-assets measured under revaluation method. Uzoqala ngokubala i-impairment loss, ugcine ngoku-check ukuthi i-asset lenze i-revaluation surplus noma i-revaluation expense. Imalini-ke i-carrying amount yethu laphaya? Carrying amount yethu ngo-20x6 ekupheleni konyaka imalini?
10,000.
U-300,000. Imalini i-recoverable amount esinikeziwe?
220,000.
220,000. Sinani-ke makanje?
Impairment loss.
sine-impairment loss. Yeah, malini impairment loss? It's 80,000, angithi.
1,000 years.
So if kuwukuthi assets is measured under a revaluation model ngonyaka owodwa unikeza i-recoverable amount unikeza i-fair value, uzoqala ngo-calculate impairment loss, ugcine ngoku-check ukuthi senze i-surplus noma i-expense. So now sesinayo impairment loss, sesinayo ini, sesi-calculate-ile i-impairment loss. Osekusele ukuthi siqhubekele phambili. So ngo-20x6 sibuyele kwi-question. Ngo-20x6 sinikeze i-recoverable amount kuphela ngithi
Yes.
asinikezwanga i-fair value, shuthi asiqhubekeneki. Bengithi sesilaya la sinikezwe khona koku-2 ngo-20x8 ku-2. But ngo-20x8 sizoqala nge-check i-impairment loss, sigcine ngoku-check-a i-surplus noma i-expense. So ngo-20x6 ilokhu yakuphela okwenzakalile. Ngo-20x7 akukho sinikeziwe, ayikho i-recoverable amount, ayikho i-fair value, ukuthi ngo-20x7 sizobala ini? I-depreciation kuphela. Sizoyibala kanjani i-depreciation ngo-20x7?
220,000.
It's 220,000. Njalo uma ukuthi we previously impaired the assets ngonyaka olandelayo mase sibala i-depreciation sisebenzisa i-recoverable amount ya last year. So it's 220 minus 0 divided by i-remaining useful life. I-remaining useful life ngo-20x7 u-40 months.
Yeah.
So you divide by 40 months uthole i-depreciation yenyanga eyodwa, then i-assets lihlala 12 months ngo-20x7. How much?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yabo ngicela ukubuza la kwilokhwana mina kwi-sort of la i-sort of khona assets.
La esinjani?
Impairment loss ukuthi awusi-18 ama-depreciation u-2 la usuke esedlule owakhipha.
Understand umbuzo wakho.
Usho ilokhwana i-set of assets la impairment loss.
Ubuza ukuthi asikaka-set off. U-set off uma uzo-revaluate assets. So since singakayisebenzisi i-fair value ngeke si-set off okwamanje.
Oh, angiyibona.
Imalini ki-depreciation ngo-20x7?
66,000.
$66,000. Then ngo-20x8 ilana-ke sasinikeze khona i-recoverable amount ne-fair value. Nakho sikunikezwe at the end of the year, shuthi sizoqala ngokubala i-depreciation. So ibala kanjani i-depreciation yango-20x8? Ama-narration guys hlezi ngintshela wona eklasini nizoyifakela nini. So ibala kanjani? You need to use the carrying amount.
Yes. Carrying amount, yeah. This year.
Carrying amount ya last year ngenkathi sibhala kwakuyimalini?
154,000.
154,000. Sithola ngokuthi si-220 minus 66. Then we divide by remaining years since ingekho i-residual value ngabe siyayimayinaza. Then ngo-20x8 iy'nyanga ey'sele zo-28.
Yes.
So you divide by 28 months, uthole depreciation inyanga, then multiply by 12, uthole inyanga. How much is it?
66,000.
66,000.
66,000.
Yes, it's 66,000. Then sesinayo depreciation sekumele si-check impairment loss noma impairment loss reversal. Awukwazi ukuba ne-impairment loss reversal ungakaze ube nani ne-impairment loss before. So guys, si-check-a impairment loss noma i-impairment loss reversal. Ekuqaleni la ngo-20 axis ngoba siqala uku-check-a whether impairment loss noma impairment loss reversal. Besazi ukuthi asikwazi ukuba ne-impairment loss reversal ngoba siyaqala uku-impair assets. So ngo-2008 unikeza i-recoverable amount wanikezwa i-fair value. Uzoqala ngokusebenzisa i-recoverable amount ubheke ukuthi ena sibe ne-impairment loss noma i-impairment loss reversal because now sekukabili. It's either i-loss noma i-reversal. Imalini i-carrying amount yethu, actual carrying amount ngo-2008. How much is our actual carrying amount for 2008? Angithi uma ufuna ukubheka impairment loss reversal usebenzisa actual carrying amount, historical carrying amount, bese ucomparisha ne-recoverable amount yakho. Malini i-actual carrying amount u-10x8?
120,000.
No. I-assets lethu lihleli malini?
Historical or actual?
Actual carrying amount. I-historical carrying amount
Oh,
is
yeah.
120,000. Uyithole kanjani? Uyithola kanjani historical carrying amount? Minus ama-depreciation kuphela ngithi.
Yes.
Uthe 450 minus 60 minus 90. Kube kuthiwa i-impairment loss asibanga nayo la ngo-20x6. I-depreciation ibizoqhubeka kube u-90,000. So to get le 120 sithena 450 minus 60,000 depreciation inyanga yokuqala minus u-90,000 unyaka wesibili minus u-90,000 unyaka wesithathu minus u-90,000. Yeah, it's 60,000 no 90,000 about 3. About 2. Yes, about 2. No, 90,000 about 3. Bese uthola historical carrying amount of 20x8. If small historical carrying amount, we assume ukuthi depreciation ayikaze ishintshe. In this case, bene-impairment loss depreciation yancipha from 90,000 yaba u-66,000. So kube kuthiwa i-impairment loss ayikaze zibe khona. Bese uba no-60,000, sibe no-90,000 wango-20x6, no-90,000 wango-20x7, no-90,000 wango-20x8. But ngo-20x8 ayisiwona u-90,000. So lokhu kudalwe i-impairment loss. Ngala ka-historical we assume ukuthi asikaze sibe ne-impairment loss and mangakaze ibe khona i-impairment loss, i-depreciation ayishintshi. Then actual carrying amount uzoyithola ngokucomparisha your current carrying amount. Uthi current i-carrying amount oyisebenzisile ucalculate i-depreciation minus i-depreciation yangalowo nyaka loyo. Uzobe siyithola i-actual carrying amount. Malini actual
It's
carrying amount?
88,000.
88,000. Sonke siya-understand historical carrying amount ukuthi iphume kanjani. Okay. Imalini i-recoverable amount yethu? 205,000 angithi?
Yes.
Our recoverable amount ngu-20XA to 205,000. Sifuna uku-check ukuthi senze i-reversal noma siphinde saba nenye i-loss. Yini-ke sibe nayo? Ngokujwayelekile siye sithi i-recoverable amount is limited to historical carrying amount. Ngamanye amazwi, i-recoverable amount esisebenzisayo esimayinaza kwi-actual carrying amount ayikwazi uku-exceed-a i-historical carrying amount. By saying i-recoverable amount is limited to historical. Ngamanye amazwi, mase sibala i-impairment loss reversal, asikwazi ukusebenzisa i-recoverable amount e-exceed-a i-historical carrying amount. Lokho kwenza ukuthi i-impairment loss reversal igcine usuyithola ngokuthi 120,000 minus u-88,000. Uma kuwukuthi ubona sengathi le izoba nzinyana, i-simply way ungakhona ukuyenza ngakhona, ufike uthi ufike uthi recoverable amount minus u-ACA, uthi recoverable amount minus u-ACA. Then i-impairment loss reversal ozoyithola ezoba less than noma ilingane ne-impairment loss, iyona-ke ezoba correct. Because kahle kahle i-impairment loss reversal yenzeka if recoverable amount inkulu kune-actual carrying amount. Inkulu kune-carrying amount. So now une-actual, une-historical. Ukuze ukwazi ukuthola i-impairment loss reversal e-correct, thani i-recoverable amount minus actual carrying amount, uthole i-reversal yakhona. Phinde uthi recoverable amount minus u-ACA, uthole i-reversal, shuthi uzoba nama-reversal awu-2. Then i-reversal e-correct kuzoba yile ezolingana noma ibe less than impairment loss. Lezo exceed impairment loss akusesiyona-ke. That's the only way ngasho ngayo mhlawumbe ukuze ungakhohlwa. Because le ukuthi recoverable amount is limited to historical carrying amount, izobe confused, kuzokwenzeka i-historical carrying amount ibe nkulu kune-recoverable amount, then ugcine usuphoqeleka ukuthi kuthi recoverable amount minus actual carrying amount. Ngendlela esimple, masubala i-impairment loss reversal, calculate u-ACA, calculate u-ACA, then ucalculate ama-reversal awu-2. I-recoverable amount minus actual carrying amount, i-recoverable amount minus historical carrying amount. Then kulama-reversal wakho awu-2, le ezo-exceed-a i-impairment loss izobe wrong. Then le ezolingana ne-impairment loss noma ibe less than impairment loss, iyona-ke ezobe i-recoverable amount. Ezobe i-reversal yakhe correct. Angazi noma niya-understand-a le nto engizama ukuchaza.
Ngiyakuzwa.
I hope everybody's
Ngisacela ungiphindela.
Okay, angithi masibala i-impairment loss reversal, sithi i-impairment loss reversal izokwenzeka if recoverable amount inkulu ne-carrying amount. Angithisho kanjalo.
Yes.
But in this case, mangaka ama-carrying amounts esinawo awu-2. Sine-historical carrying amount ne-actual carrying amount. So indlela yokuqala, if i-recoverable amount inkulu kuno-ACA, asikwazi ukuyisebenzisa lo recoverable amount ucalculate i-reversal. Ngamanye amazwi, i-recoverable amount ayikwazi uku-exceed i-historical carrying amount when determining i-impairment loss reversal. Ubusuthini mawukuthi ACA mncane kune-recoverable amount, ubusuthi i-recoverable amount is limited to 120,000. Ngamanye amazwi, i-recoverable amount ayikwazi uku-exceed 120,000. Then i-impairment loss reversal ugcine usuyibala ngani? Ngu-120,000 minus u-88,000. Uyayi-understand i-method yokuqala?
Yes.
Sengithi mina, ngoba kuzokwenzeka thola ukuthi u-ACA usu-exceed-a i-recoverable amount. Njengamanje awusakwazi ukuthi i-recoverable amount is limited to ACA ngoba i-recoverable amount incane vele kuno-ACA, understand? So if kukanjalo, if u-ACA sekuwuwona omkhulu kune-recoverable amount, i-impairment loss reversal uzoyibala nge-recoverable amount minus u-ACA. if u-ACA sekuyena o-exceed-a i-recoverable amount, awusakwazi ukuthi i-recoverable amount is limited to ACA. Njengamanje u-ACA uyena omkhulu kuno-recoverable amount, mkhulu futhi kuno-ACA. Uzokwenza kanjani? Uzothatha i-recoverable amount yakho uyi-minus no-ACA ukuze uthole i-impairment loss reversal only if u-ACA exceed i-recoverable amount. Ngiyayizwa lento engizama ukuyichaza lapho.
Ngiyayizwa.
Sengithi mina enye indlela ongayisebenzisa, since masifuna i-reversal sithi i-recoverable amount minus i-carrying amount. I-recoverable amount isuke i-exceed i-carrying amount masine-impairment loss reversal. Into enye ongayenza masukhohliwe limited to nani. Thani ena nginama-reversal awu-2. Eyokuqala ngizoyibala kanjani? Ngizothi recoverable amount minus actual carrying amount. Eyokuqala leyo. Eyesibili ngizothi recoverable amount minus ACA. Then i-reversal ozoyithola kulawo wu-2 ezo-exceed i-impairment loss obunayo before izobe i-wrong. Then le ezoba less than i-impairment loss wake waba nayo noma ezolingana ne-impairment loss wake waba nayo, iyona-ke ezobe i-correct. You-understand?
Yeah.
So indlela
Yeah.
ziwu-3-ke manje, indlela zo-calculate ini i-impairment loss reversal. It's just that le yesi-3 izokwenzeka, le ebiwu-number 2 actually izokwenzeka noma uzoyibala kanjalo uma kuwukuthi i-ACA ibi-exceed-a i-recoverable amount. Siya-understand sonke guys?
Yes.
Okay. Imalini i-impairment loss reversal?
85,000.
Sithena recoverable amount is limited to ACA, then if it's limited to ACA, should see 120,000 recoverable amount yethu minus actual carrying amount ya 88,000. Sathola malini?